To do cheesecake. Well, first of all, I've been doing cheesecake for almost my entire life with my mom. She taught me how to do cheesecake. This is a family recipe that she learned from her mother, which is my grandmother, and my grandmother learned it from her mother, and her mother learned it from actual aunt. So it's kind of fun. It's like aunt, grandmother, great grandmother, grandmother, mom, me. But basically, this is going to go without this instead. It's not gonna take long. Basically, what this is it's a family recipe that has been passed down through generations and generations. And the funny thing is that cheesecake, many people think that it just started in the history about it is that people think that it started in New York because you know the New York cheesecake or whatever you guys call it. But it actually originated 2,000 years before Christ. Yeah, and there's actual scientific evidence that is being used on the first Olympic Games from 770 BC. As for that, it means, cheesecake as we know it, it wasn't there. It slowly evolved into what we know what is a cheesecake now. The first to alter the cheesecake were the Romans. They called it the wedding cake, which just consisted of plain crust, cheese, then eggs. And then it started evolving throughout Greece and Europe and Eastern Europe, and then it finally reached the Western Hemisphere, which is this side. As for that, everybody kept putting in a little bit of this, a little bit of that, until it just created their own family recipe, and I would know this is cheesecake. Now, for that, I'm going to teach you guys how to do the cheesecake. First of all, you might need a few basic ingredients. You're going to need 1 can of sweet condensed milk, 1 can of condensed milk, 3 small eggs, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and lastly, you're going to need what's called the cream cheese. You're going to need 1.5 bars of cream cheese. Now, for that, before starting, you might want to clean your working area. You don't want to have a dirty place to clean. To work with. You might get infections or any other diseases. After that, make sure that you open all of your ingredients before starting. Why is this? This will allow us to go faster on the process of making the cheesecake, which is more easier. Now, as for these, once you open all your ingredients, you're also going to need some other materials, which will be a can opener, spatula, and of course, an oven to cook it. First steps first. Preheat the oven to 360 degrees. After done that, you're going to put all your open ingredients into the blender. Use the spatula to remove basically all, make sure that everything's taken out from the cans, like the sweet condensed milk, which is one of the ones that's the hardest to take out. After following this, add the 3 eggs. Make sure you don't have any eggshell because some people don't know how to crack an egg. Then you made add the 1 tablespoon of vanilla and of course the cream cheese. You blend it for about a minute until you see a nice blend, and then you may use your pie crust, which you can buy it on your local stores for $2.99 in any other stores. For this recipe, you're gonna need 2 of them, 2 9-inch pie crust, which is the basic one that you guys use. You pour in the filling on the pie crust, and once the oven you see that it's ready or it starts beeping that the heat temperature is fine, you carefully place them into the middle rack of the oven. Why is that? Because you don't want to have them on top and it won't actually fully cook, or on the bottom, which will get burnt from the bottom, and that's not okay. You want to have a nice texture of that. You let it cook for about 45 minutes to 50 minutes, or until you see that it's golden brown like this. I know you guys can see it from the back, but here you go. Looks nice. Once this is all ready and how's it cooking, and it's completely cooked for the time it's beat, you let it cool off for at least an hour. Why? Because it's so hot and you don't want to like burn yourself. Plus, the cheesecake tastes better cold than fresh out the oven. As for that, pretty much if you want it, eat it warm, room temperature, it's all on you guys. But I prefer to put it in the fridge for at least an hour to have it nice and cold. Why that? Because I like to have it with my cheesecake with, I don't know, a glass of milk. That's my thing. And yeah, that's all I have to tell you guys.